WWE Universe, brace yourselves. Devastating news has rocked the women's division. Just 24 hours after a brutal, high-stakes title defense, Becky Lynch, the cornerstone of women's wrestling, is reportedly set to relinquish her Women's Intercontinental Championship due to a serious injury sustained during last night's intense match. Early reports suggest the damage may be severe, raising concerns about her long-term in-ring future. This isn't just the loss of a title. It could mark a pivotal turning point in Becky's storied career. Fans across the globe are heartbroken, while backstage sources say the locker room is shaken to its core. Becky's toughness is legendary, but even warriors have limits. In today's update, we'll unpack what led to this crushing development, her current condition, and how this reshapes the path ahead for WWE's women's division. Stay tuned, this changes everything. Becky Lynch, a phenomenon in the WWE Universe. This paragraph sets a powerful tone by establishing Becky Lynch as a dominant and influential force within WWE, particularly during her recent title reign. It highlights her position as the Women's Intercontinental Champion, underscoring that she hasn't just won the belt, but successfully defended it against some of the division's toughest competitors in high-stakes, highly anticipated matches. The description of her wrestling style as a hybrid of technical skill, raw intensity, and calculated aggression portrays her as a multifaceted athlete who excels both physically and strategically. This unique combination makes her matches thrilling to watch, appealing to both casual viewers and hardcore wrestling fans. More than just her physical prowess, the paragraph emphasizes Becky's ability to forge a deep emotional connection with the audience. Whether through passionate promos or impactful in-ring moves, she conveys authenticity and relatability that resonates strongly with fans. Her persona as the Man is explored as an identity beyond a mere nickname. It represents resilience, determination, and charisma, traits that define her career and endear her to the WWE Universe. The paragraph also highlights the broader impact of her reign, noting that Becky has elevated the prestige of the Women's Intercontinental Championship and the entire women's division. Each of her title defenses becomes a dramatic event filled with emotion and athletic excellence, setting new standards for women's wrestling and inspiring both fans and fellow wrestlers. In summary, this paragraph paints Becky Lynch as a transformative figure in WWE, someone who has changed the landscape of the women's division through skill, personality, and a genuine connection to her audience. Character evolution, more than just a champion. This paragraph delves into Becky Lynch's personal and professional growth, charting her evolution from a scrappy underdog into a mature, complex leader within WWE. Initially portrayed as a fiery fighter hungry to prove herself, Becky's character has grown deeper and more nuanced during her title reign. She's no longer just winning matches. She's embracing the responsibility that comes with being a champion who represents an entire division. This evolution shows in her promos, which have transitioned from simple fiery speeches to emotionally rich, introspective moments that reveal her intelligence, self-awareness, and genuine feelings. By living her character rather than just performing it, Becky adds authenticity that strengthens her bond with fans and makes her storylines compelling and believable. The paragraph also acknowledges the toll that this role takes on her, not only physically, due to the demands of intense training and matches, but mentally and emotionally, as she continually pushes herself to meet high expectations. The audience witnesses her moments of exhaustion and strain, but also her unwavering drive and determination. This complexity makes Becky a layered character who is tough yet vulnerable, bold but relatable, embodying both strength and humanity. The narrative suggests that greatness in WWE isn't just about holding a title. It's about personal transformation, leadership, and emotional resilience. This paragraph reminds readers that Becky's journey is as much about inner growth and sacrifice as it is about athletic achievement, highlighting her role as a role model and a symbol of perseverance. The fateful match, when disaster struck. This paragraph recounts the dramatic and heart-wrenching events of the SmackDown main event where Becky Lynch sustained a serious injury. It opens by capturing the excitement and anticipation surrounding the match, setting expectations for another intense and memorable contest. Both competitors perform at their best, delivering thrilling sequences and suspenseful moments that keep the live crowd and viewers on the edge of their seats. The match is portrayed as a showcase of athleticism and storytelling, with Becky embodying the spirit of a true performer, willing to take risks for her fans. The narrative pivots sharply when Becky attempts one of her signature moves, the flying elbow drop, a moment that typically draws cheers and admiration. However, this time the move goes wrong, described with vivid detail. A harsh landing, a sudden shift in the crowd's mood from excitement to shock, and immediate concern among those watching. The rawness of the situation is emphasized, as Becky's visible pain and the need for medical intervention make it clear that this is not part of the scripted entertainment, but a genuine crisis. The paragraph highlights the inherent dangers wrestlers face and the fine line they walk between thrilling performances and potential injury. It underscores Becky's commitment to her craft, how she puts everything on the line every time she steps into the ring, and the emotional impact of seeing a beloved star hurt. This moment is a sobering reminder of the physical risks behind the spectacle and the real human cost involved. The aftermath, a moment that changed everything. In this paragraph, the author shifts focus to the immediate aftermath of Becky Lynch's injury, capturing the emotional weight of the moment. The vibrant energy of the match abruptly dissolves into silence, signaling the seriousness of the situation and creating a stark contrast that intensifies the impact on the audience. The presence of WWE medical personnel and the careful handling of Becky's condition reinforce that this is a real injury, not a scripted moment designed for entertainment. The concern shown by Becky's opponent and other wrestlers adds to the emotional gravity, highlighting the shared respect and empathy among performers. The paragraph goes beyond describing the physical injury to emphasize the emotional resonance for fans and the WWE community. Becky Lynch isn't just an athlete, she symbolizes strength, resilience, and inspiration for many. Seeing her in a vulnerable state strikes a chord, evoking feelings of heartbreak and uncertainty. The moment transcends a single event to represent the high stakes and sacrifices inherent in professional wrestling. For the WWE Universe, it's a moment of collective worry and reflection on what the future might hold for one of their brightest stars. This paragraph acts as a pivotal turning point in the narrative, shifting from celebration of Becky's dominance to confronting the fragility of a wrestling career and setting the stage for the emotional and narrative fallout that follows. Raw's special segment, Becky Speaks to the WWE Universe. The final paragraph captures the emotional closure and response following Becky Lynch's injury, focusing on WWE's decision to dedicate a special segment on Raw in her honor. This segment symbolizes the company's recognition of Becky's significance, not just as a champion, but as a beloved figure in the WWE universe. The atmosphere during the segment is heavy with emotion, as fans and announcers alike brace for what is expected to be a heartfelt and vulnerable moment. Becky's entrance is met with overwhelming support, chants and cheers that reflect the deep affection and respect she commands. Despite the crowd's positivity, visual cues such as the pain in her eyes convey the difficulty of her message. Her speech is sincere and raw as she shares her feelings about the championship and what it meant to her personally. Becky emphasizes that the title was more than just a trophy. It represented years of dedication, passion, and the responsibility she felt toward the division and the fans. She also shows humility and sportsmanship by acknowledging her opponents, further reinforcing her role as a leader and ambassador for women's wrestling. The segment doesn't signify an end, but a pause, a reminder that setbacks are part of any journey toward greatness. The bittersweet tone leaves fans with a mix of sadness, pride, and hope, encapsulating why Becky Lynch is much more than a wrestler. She embodies heart, struggle, and inspiration, making this moment a powerful emotional testament to her legacy and the community she has built. The outpouring of support, wrestling community stands united. This paragraph highlights the emotional response triggered by Becky Lynch's decision to relinquish her wrestling title due to injury. It shows how much Becky means not only to her fans, but to the entire wrestling community. Fans express sympathy and support across social media platforms, demonstrating how deeply she has connected with people as both a wrestler and an inspirational figure. Her strength, charisma, and perseverance make her a symbol of determination, transcending the ring to become a role model for many. The paragraph also emphasizes the solidarity within the wrestling community itself, with fellow wrestlers sharing their own stories of injury and hardship. This collective experience reveals a unique bond rooted in understanding the physical and emotional sacrifices wrestling demands. The community's reaction demonstrates that wrestling isn't just a competitive sport, but a shared journey where individuals support each other through adversity. Becky Lynch represents more than just a champion. She is a beacon of hope and resilience, embodying courage that resonates with fans and peers alike. This paragraph sets the emotional tone, underscoring Becky's importance as a performer and as a role model, and highlights the wrestling community's unity in times of challenge. What's next for the women's division? This paragraph focuses on the immediate impact of Becky Lynch's absence on WWE's women's division. Her relinquishing the Women's Intercontinental Championship creates a significant void and ushers in a period of transition and uncertainty. It points to key competitors like Bianca Belair, Asuka, and Sasha Banks, who are already eager to claim the vacant title, promising a fierce and competitive contest ahead. This situation is described as a double-edged sword. On one hand, it opens the door for new and emerging talent to step up and prove themselves. On the other, it leaves a gap in leadership, charisma, and star power that Becky once provided. The paragraph stresses that the coming months will be critical in shaping the division's future through new rivalries and storylines. While these developments offer exciting opportunities, the challenge remains to fill the leadership and intensity Becky brought to the division, qualities many viewed as foundational. The paragraph concludes by noting how the roster's resilience and creativity will be tested as they adapt to this new dynamic, striving to sustain momentum and keep fans engaged during this transitional phase. Becky's road to recovery, a warrior's journey. This section shifts focus to Becky Lynch's personal journey of recovery after her injury. Wrestling demands high physical endurance, and serious injuries require patience, proper care, and mental toughness. Known as the Man, Becky is celebrated for her unyielding determination and ability to overcome obstacles, making her recovery a testament to her warrior spirit. The paragraph acknowledges the difficulty of the road ahead, but expresses confidence in WWE's support system for its athletes, emphasizing the importance of proper healing before returning to competition. Fans are described as hopeful and eager for updates on her condition, demonstrating ongoing emotional investment in her comeback. Additionally, it's suggested that Becky may use this time to maintain engagement with fans via social media, continuing to inspire even while sidelined. This recovery period could also be a chance for Becky to develop new facets of her wrestling persona and storylines, potentially making her return even more impactful. The paragraph closes by highlighting that her resilience away from the ring is as important as her in-ring skills, with this chapter poised to test and showcase her commitment to both her sport and her supporters. A stark reminder: the physical and mental toll of wrestling. Professional wrestling is an extraordinary sport that demands more than just physical prowess. It requires immense mental strength, resilience, and courage. Becky Lynch's recent injury serves as a sobering reminder of the harsh realities faced by wrestlers, highlighting the intense physical and psychological toll that the profession can exact on its athletes. Wrestling is not merely a display of skill and athleticism. It is a high-risk, physically punishing endeavor where competitors routinely subject their bodies to extreme conditions. The combination of rigorous training, grueling travel schedules, and the physicality of the matches themselves means that injuries are an ever-present threat. These injuries can be career-altering or even life-changing, disrupting not only an athlete's professional trajectory, but also their personal lives. The nature of wrestling demands extraordinary skill and conditioning, but it also requires courage. Wrestlers knowingly put themselves in harm's way to deliver thrilling performances for millions of fans worldwide. Behind the scenes, they often push through significant pain and discomfort, masking injuries to maintain the show's momentum. This relentless commitment demonstrates their dedication, but also exposes the sacrifices wrestlers make, sacrifices that often go unnoticed by casual observers. Beyond the visible physical damage, the sport's grueling schedules and pressure to perform can take a profound toll on mental health. Wrestlers face immense expectations to be at their peak consistently, despite the physical and emotional strain of their demanding profession. The fear and uncertainty that come with injuries can provoke anxiety, frustration, and self-doubt. Questions about recovery timelines, career longevity, and future opportunities weigh heavily on injured athletes. This emotional burden adds another layer of difficulty to the already challenging recovery process. In recent years, WWE has acknowledged the importance of mental wellness alongside physical health. The organization has implemented programs and resources aimed at supporting its superstars as they navigate the pressures of the industry and cope with the aftermath of injuries. These efforts are crucial in helping wrestlers manage stress, maintain mental resilience, and seek assistance when needed. Reflecting on Becky Lynch's legacy. Looking back at Becky Lynch's career reveals a remarkable legacy that transcends the wrestling ring. She stands as a trailblazer who has profoundly influenced women's wrestling, elevating the entire division to unprecedented heights of respect, visibility, and storytelling prominence. Before Becky's rise, women's wrestling often struggled for recognition and equal footing within the WWE hierarchy. Lynch's charisma, talent, and fierce determination helped break down these barriers, transforming how female wrestlers are perceived by both the industry and fans. Her historic title reigns not only showcased her wrestling abilities, but also signaled a new era where women's matches became central to WWE's storytelling, drawing substantial attention and critical acclaim. What sets Becky apart is her unique ability to connect emotionally with the audience. Her authenticity, passion, and resilience resonate deeply with fans who see her not just as a competitor, but as a symbol of strength and perseverance. This connection has been vital in shifting perceptions about women's wrestling, making it a cornerstone of WWE programming rather than a side attraction. Becky's impact extends beyond championship wins. She has inspired countless aspiring wrestlers and fans by embodying qualities such as grit, determination, and genuine passion for the sport. While her recent injury is undeniably a setback, it does not mark the end of her journey. Becky's legacy is as much about her spirit and resolve as it is about her achievements. Known affectionately as the Man, she has built a reputation for fighting through adversity and returning stronger. This setback is yet another chapter in a career defined by perseverance. Fans worldwide are eager and optimistic about her return, confident that she will reclaim her place at the top and continue to push the women's division and professional wrestling as a whole to new heights. Closing thoughts. The future is bright. The world of professional wrestling is constantly changing, and while Becky Lynch's absence leaves a noticeable gap, it also opens the door for fresh stories and emerging talents to shine. The women's division is at an exciting crossroads, a moment full of opportunity, innovation, and growth. New rivalries will form, new stars will rise, and the energy within the division promises to captivate fans in new and unexpected ways. This transition period is not just about filling a vacancy, but about evolution and creativity, pushing the sport forward while honouring the legacy of those who came before. Becky Lynch's injury is undeniably heartbreaking for fans and the wrestling community alike. However, it also serves as a powerful reminder of the resilience, passion, and warrior spirit that define professional wrestling. Injuries are part of the sport's reality, but so is the incredible determination to overcome adversity. Becky embodies this spirit. Her journey of healing and eventual return will be a testament to her strength and dedication. As fans, we send her our best wishes for a smooth and speedy recovery. There's no doubt she will come back stronger, ready to inspire once again and continue her incredible legacy. For those who enjoyed this deep dive into Becky Lynch's impact and the future of the women's division, be sure to show your support by smashing that like button, subscribing to Wrestling Wildcard, and hitting the notification bell so you never miss an update. Wrestling is more than entertainment. It's a community, a passion, and a way of life for millions. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, keep it wild and keep it wrestling. Catch you next time for more exciting stories from the world of wrestling.